Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to the Ballin in Burgundy podcast, where we hit you guys with everything Commanders related. We got an episode just for you guys. It is off season still time. It's free agency time. We got a lot of news to cover. But if you are new to the channel, two things. First of all, we are the OGs. We are your creators, founders, co-hosts, and boys here at BIB. So let's reintroduce ourselves. I am Jonathan Dowd. You can find me at JohnDowdPro_10 on Instagram. You can find the fellas.
I'm Andrew. You can find me at commanders.news.network on Instagram.
And, like always, man, myth, the legend, they say, it's Justin. You can find me on Instagram, DC Commander Justin. Glad to have you watching us.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are the OGs, the hosts and founders of BIB. Again, if you are new, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Turn on the little post notification bell to let you know every time we upload. And go follow us over on Instagram at Ballin in Burgundy Podcast, where we hit you guys with lots and lots of news, stories, and posts over there. So don't forget, check that out. We got an episode for you guys. So let's start off with what is Ron Rivera doing? What is he? He letting free agency slip through his fingers like sand and a child, just all down, just grown to the ground. We have missed out on 10 linebacker free agents. 10.
You don't got to remind our depressing fan base.
I think it's
always a depressing time.
It is always a depressing time. That's the issue, guys. If you didn't check out, so on Tuesday, free agency linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. toured the facility on Tuesday. He flew in late Monday night, so they told him, "Hey, come on Tuesday, give the tour." From all accounts, the tour went well. Ron's been trying to get this guy for the past 3 years. I've been in college longer, or just as long as Ron's been trying to get Walker. That's saying something. But then Tuesday night, Wednesday morning hits, and all of a sudden we get a notification on Twitter saying Anthony Walker has signed a 1-year agreement with the Cleveland Browns to return to the OHIO, to the dog pound. And I said, excuse me?
Way to go, Ron. You just fumbled that.
You fumbled the bag yet again. It is
The sad thing is that...
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
The sad thing is that free agency actually started off okay, right?
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't very bad to start off with. We got Wiley, we got Nick Gates, some other decent prospects, or at least okay guys. It started off fine. Then didn't hear anything about Orlando Brown. Now this guy, it's just going downhill from here.
Yep.
But free agency to me was nothing but a bunch of depth signings. Like, who's a dog? Like, which guy is a dog that we signed? Yeah, the linebacker from the Hawks. Yeah, he's apparently a dog, they say. At least a lot of Seahawk fans. Yeah. But you could have had Orlando Brown if you made some moves. You could have had, oh my God, you could have had so many people this offseason, but you failed to do so. And you're stuck with the average Ron Rivera favorites.
Yep. I will say, though, I really like that Andrew Wiley signing. I wanted him from when I was in mock drafts back in January. I wanted him till now. So I like the Wiley. It sures up right tackle for right now. I like that. Left hand up, I like that signing. I've been rooting for Jacoby Brissett to come on for months now. You two know this. For those who followed us longer, I've been saying Brissett. Older, got good, starting experience, and a little bit cheaper than what Heineke was going to ask for. Yeah. And he won't bring a distraction for the fans. Heineke. You're not going to get Jacoby Brissett chance. I'm sorry, you're not. Love Jacoby, you're just not going to.
He's an underrated player too. I mean, he's not half bad. If he ends up being our quarterback too, which he hopefully will, and something happens, either Sam sucks or he gets hurt or something, he comes in. I don't think that's going to completely ruin our season. I think he can carry a load. He's not going to make us necessarily a Super Bowl team. He's not a superstar.
No.
Right? He's an underrated guy who's capable of taking over and helping a team. Yeah.
Agreed. And look at Brissett for a prime example. Have you ever seen Brissett with a bunch of weapons? I've never seen him have more than 2 weapons ever on any of his NFL teams. He got so many weapons. Good luck ever matching what we have for weapons from Terry, Dotson, Curtis, Logan Thomas, Gibby, Robinson. He has so many weapons, So No, there's no telling. What if Brissett wins a quarterback race this
Yeah.
summer because they're doing a race? It's not guaranteed for how yet.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, Ron even said he's coming in the offseason as QB1 on the books, but he's not guaranteed that spot. You've got to earn it, which I agree with. I agree. He looked impressive in the Dallas game. That one pick, it was gonna happen. Rookie playing against let's be real, a top 6 defense in the league. Because Micah Parsons, Tank Lawrence, Diggs and the crew back there. There wasn't like a really big hole to fill at either level of their defense. So I gave them credit. But Brissett had what was the PFF grade? Like 82.2 was his PFF grade last year. You had Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Amari Cooper were your top weapons. Nick Chubb's a top 5 running back. No doubt about it. Amari Cooper is a top 20 wide receiver when healthy and when running. Great route runner.
Yeah.
That was it. Like Peoples-Jones and Schwartz are up and coming. Njoku is a serviceable tight end at best. And his O-line was injured. I mean, he's not upgrading O-lines coming here, but are you going to take Amari Cooper and Peoples-Jones, or are you going to take Terry, Curtis, Jahan? I'll take the 3-2.
I'm taking the 3 in a heartbeat. No questions asked. Nothing. Just yeah.
Do you want Chubb and Kareem or Gibby and Robinson? I'd probably take Chubb and Kareem. That 1-2 punch is deadly.
Yeah.
I'd probably take that.
Chubb and Hump don't even count as weapons. They're not used in the passing game much at all. So take away that aspect.
All right, fair enough.
Gibson, Terry, Dotson, Curtis. First, Peoples, Cooper?
Yeah, Peoples-Jones, Amari Cooper, and Njoku.
And Njoku. That's basically it.
Yeah. I mean, O-lines are about the same because they were both injured throughout the season. So I'm going to cancel that out factor. I'm going to cancel that factor out. But yeah, nothing that like punched everyone in the face. Like this is the best free agent signing we've had in years. I mean, Tremaine Edmonds to the Bears, TJ Edwards to also the Bears. They got 2 top 5 linebackers coming out. Anthony Walker Jr. back to Cleveland. Levante David back to Tampa Bay. David Long to I forgot where he signed, but he's not here. Drew Tranquill, the Chargers linebacker, off to Kansas City. Alex Singleton stays in Denver. Shahiz Al-Shahir from the 49ers goes to Tennessee. Devin Bush goes to Seattle. Nicholas Morrow, the Chicago linebacker, goes to Philadelphia. Like, this is ridiculous. That's 11 right there that I just listed.
11 talented guys, too. It's not like 11 nobodies that we want.
No.
Any of these signings would have been probably the best signing we've made, right?
Yeah.
And we did not hear a lot of talk between them.
Nope.
It just, he'd be great for our team. Oh, he's gone. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't even try, like Edmonds, DMV native. He probably had interest. You sit there and said, hey, come back home. We'll offer your X, Y, and Z amount of money for this amount of contract, No, we didn't even talk to the guy, a rumor I saw. Same thing with TJ Edwards. Everybody from NFL.com, everybody had him going to the Commanders. Got my hopes up, seeing all this stuff about him. Nope. See ya. Back to the Bears. You go.
Here's our hopes and dreams and all the rumors. Realism is below my screen. It happens every year.
Oh, I know. Here's something. I know we're a little off topic here, but
good. That
cornerback from the Vikings, who I said we should have traded for the last
Dantzler
while back, Dantzler, yeah, he's somebody to me who's going to wow you guys.
Probably
could have a big surprise factor. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll give him credit considering Juiced is in and out with injuries, and I don't blame him for having injuries. It happens. It's part of the sport. Everyone wants to stay healthy, but it happens. Dantzler's not going to be a bad grab. You still have Fuller there. You still have who's the other corner I'm missing? Juice
Johnson.
Danny Johnson's still there for depth.
He's mediocre.
He's there for depth and for special teams because he's a good special teams guy. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna use your safeties. You're gonna use your force and your curls. You're gonna use your Christian Holmes on special teams. Dantzler's gonna be a solid guy to bring in. He's also very 24, 23, 24?
He's young.
24, and he has experience. He did play 10 games last year. And
Yeah.
he didn't do terrible.
Yeah. I mean, in Minnesota, who has never had like a top 10 secondary the past 6-7 years.
Since the prime Xavier Rhodes
Since the
about
prime
6
Xavier
years
Rhodes.
ago.
Yeah. So I think that's a good grab, but here are some of the top remaining linebackers out there. Ready for this? So they're all over 26 years old. That's my first issue. They're all over 26 years old. Bud Dupree, 30. Leonard Floyd, 30. Deion Jones, 28. Bobby Wagner, 32. Miles Jack, 27. Those are really the top 5 because I don't want Zach Cunningham. He didn't do all that much in Tennessee. Out of those 5, Jack or Jones is what I want. Wagner's going to want money. And who else to say? Bud Dupree and Leonard Floyd are both going to warrant $50 million contracts.
You're forgetting one other guy that you probably don't want. Rasheed Evans.
Rashawn Ep,
From
no.
Titans. They're a good run stuffer, though. Something we probably don't have.
I mean, we probably don't have, but I don't even see him on this list. I don't even see Rashawn Evans on this list. But never mind. I see him. He's out of Atlanta, out of the ATL. But I get your point. I don't really want him. No. I'd rather pay someone like a Miles Jack or a Deion Jones a 3-year, $27.25 million.
I think that's way too much for guys who are getting washed.
So
Jack might be a 2-year. Jack might be real quick. Jack might be a 2 years, probably 15 mil easily, but that's a little too much for 3 years.
I say 27 because I'm giving them 10.5 guaranteed, and the rest are based on roster incentives, on game performance, and on incentives. And another about 6 or 7 would be a signing bonus. So there's 16 already in their hand. Now you've got 3 years to use them and help kind of build up who you get in the draft.
But with what money? We're down to $3 million in cap. like I'm sorry, but we're down to $3 million.
Yeah, which is an issue also, guys. Here's part 2 of this conversation is we are down to $3 million in cap space. We are literally 31st with cap space remaining. The only other team who has less is the Vikings with 1.8. We're sitting at 2.9. So a little under 3, actually. $2.9 million.
And we lit negative $30 million. Saints beat us. Remember last year?
Yep.
Negative 30 some mil. That's sad.
So the Saints, the Rams, and the Ravens or the Cardinals coming to the season had like 30 mil under the cap. Saints were at minus 60 at the start of the season. And all of a sudden they've got money to spend. They're sitting at where are the Saints sitting at on this thing? I don't even see the Saints on this motherfucker.
This is again just Ron not doing the necessary.
Yeah,
right?
they're at 14 to the lead. They got another 15 mil in cap space.
We don't need to be second to last in cap space. We have changes that we can make right now that nobody's going to question. It's not debatable. Oh, should we? Yes, we should. That would give us a lot more cap space. We need to restructure some guys, cut some guys, and it's taking way too long, and it's making me nervous. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Nope, not one bit. But we'll sit there and let talent come here and be a waste of the time to have that person visit just because you want David Mayo to play longer.
Oh my God. Whenever I hear David Mayo's name come up, I get so upset.
So I can play better linebacker.
All 3 of us could at this rate. So these are our top 5 most expensive contracts as of, let's say, within the last week. So John Allen makes sense. He's a $21 million cap hit. That makes sense for what his contract was and what he got extension for. That just makes sense. Number 2, Curtis Samuel. He's a $13 million cap hit.
Been saying restructure him all off season, but nobody wants to listen.
Nope. If we release him, our dead cap would be 7.2, so it's a little less than half. Number 3 and 4 are damn near the exact same. It's Leno and Roulier. Leno's at 12.5. Roulier's at 12.4. You want to know what our dead cap would be if we release Charles Leno out of his contract? 4.5 mil. If we released Roulier, 8.1. So out of the $25 million in cap hit, if we release both of them, it would only be 12.6.
So you're telling me we could have released Leno, Norwell, and Chase and got prime Orlando Brown? But we failed to do
Norwell's
so?
a $5 million cap, and if we release him, it's another 2.8 off our books.
Could have had Orlando Brown, guys. Let that sink into you.
This is ridiculous. So, guys, if you're curious where I'm getting these numbers from, I'm on spotrac.com, spotrac.com. You can mess with rosters. You can release, restructure, trade, all of that. So if I were to release Charles Leno, so right now it's saying we're actually under the cap hit. Whatever. If I were to release Charles Leno, Chase Roulier, and Andrew Norwell, you would get $14.6 million back.
And then add Logan Thomas. That's almost 20 mil.
Add Logan Thomas, that gets us to 19.775.
I don't see why this is controversial or why he hasn't done it yet. These should be no-brainer moves.
Should.
Here's the
Go
thing.
ahead.
Is if for base off this, so if we restructured John Allen's base contract, we'd go from 19.7 to 29.3.
Amazing. We could have had talent come here with that much money. You could have got Edmonds and Brown with that cap right there.
Yeah. But no. Now, Ron wants to be conservative. He wants to let guys earn their position. They want guys to what's the old saying for this? We got everything we need right here in this locker room. No, you don't. Who is
all we need.
Who is your number one starting offensive lineman? Who you could say I can build an O-line around that guy? Cosme.
That's it. That's all you got.
But he's in and out of the lineup anyways because of his knee or his ankle.
It's an ankle.
I think it's an ankle. There is no one on our offensive line saying that's a 5-year starter. That's a 10-year starter. You know who used to be that? Brandon Sheriff.
Trent Williams. Come back, Williams.
Trent Williams. Could you imagine our offensive line with Trent Williams, Sam Cosme, Andrew Wiley, and you draft Osiris Torrance at guard. And you still bring in Gates as your center. That's a decent offensive line you could use.
Better than decent.
Top 10, top 12.
I go top 15 only because there are some a lot better than ours. I'd say top 15. Give us a breathing room. But you're saying that's not possible? You're saying we only got a 3rd and a 5th for Trent Williams, and he's right now the greatest offensive lineman in the NFL. He's a 99 rated on Madden, a gold 99. What's not that happening for an offensive lineman? A gold 99.
First ever offensive lineman to be a 99.
Fucking makes me upset.
It's painful being a fan at times. It is so painful, depressing. You wonder why so many fans drink. But they can't at games, though. It's too expensive, $15
for a
Don't
beer.
we like the most expensive beer prices in the NFL or something?
It is. We are number one for that.
We're number 1 and number 2. We are up there.
No, it's not. We're the most expensive for alcohol at FedEx.
Oh, I mean,
One of them is like $50 almost.
Oh, it's more than parking. Parking's like $40 if you're lucky.
Yeah, 45.
45. I got it for 40 just because I paid cash at the lower lots. I'd rather walk a half mile and try to make my way through that king hill. Just besides the point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's besides the point. So yeah, if you guys can't tell, we're a little bit heated, frustrated. We got some invigoration and indignation inside of our soul right now because Ron does not like to get free agents that I don't want to say matter because every player matters on a roster, on a 53-man roster, but it's nothing eye-catching. It's not a Brandon Cooks trade to Dallas. It's not a Stephon Gilmore trade to Dallas. It's not a Darren Waller trade to the Giants. It's not guys leaving the Eagles and they're getting some better pieces back. We lose Cam Sims to the Raiders. We lose Taylor Heineke to the Falcons. We lose Cole Holcomb to the Steelers. Although him and TJ Watt could be a nasty left side rush. Just
it will be.
Just putting that out there right now. But guys, we got good news though. We got an inkling of good news. So, as of I pull this up. So as of Monday night, March 20th, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I say night only because I just found this, is we are going to and have met with 79 draft prospects. 79. I'm going to put sort of a list on screen somewhere around here. I'll just put up the article, but it's from hogshaven.com. It's, one of the best websites at the Commanders news base. It's who I use for some of my information. So shout out to them. So we've talked to, I'm gonna go in order so we kind of get a feel for it. Talked to 5 quarterbacks: Sean Clifford out of Penn State, Tanner Morgan out of Minnesota, Jake Hayner out of Fresno State, Malik Cunningham out of Louisville, and DTR Dorian Thompson Robinson out of UCLA. I don't hate those talks. For a 6th, 7th round, grab, for an undrafted free agent, for a camp body, I'd be okay with that.
I love DTR as a camp body. He is a high upside, really big arm, can throw the football really far, really hard. I think he is a great 6th, 7th round grab, right? Someone who's not going to start for us this year, maybe not even next for the following, but high upside, decent potential.
Yeah.
Low round grab. Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. Even Cunningham, very mobile quarterback. He's got a little Lamar in him,
I mean, both
Maybe
from
a little-
Louisville.
Yeah, maybe a little Heineke dog in him. You never know.
You never know. Never know. So I don't hate those. At receiver, again, they do their due diligence at every position, so I'm not mad at it. Michael Jefferson out of Louisiana, A.T. Perry out of Wake Forest, Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. I like that one. Michael Wilson out of Stanford, and Bryce Ford Wheaton out of West Virginia. I actually like those. I think Reed, I think he'll go somewhere in the 3rd. I think for what he played with at Michigan State was great. But Michael Wilson or a Ford Wheaton in the 5th, I wouldn't hate it.
I dig that.
Yeah. I'd be a little skeptical because you could always get another tackle, a linebacker there. But if we had 2 5th rounds, maybe, I wouldn't be upset with a receiver grab.
I wouldn't want a receiver anywhere higher than a 5th. That'd be an immediate no for me. 5th is sort of like borderline for me.
Yeah.
I lean more towards no. 6th or 7th, I'd say, is not a bad idea. But yeah,
Agreed.
I respect the meeting with them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Agreed, but oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was disagreeing.
I said agree, but at sometimes it's best available.
Yeah.
If you think this receiver is going to be better than this linebacker, but this receiver is going to be a stud in 2 years, go and take the receiver.
Yeah. Next position is tight end. We met with, if I remember correctly, 8 tight ends. Georgia's Darnell Washington, like that one. South Dakota State's Tucker Kraft, I like that one. Penn State's Brenton Strange, not a bad one. Purdue's Payne Durham. Don't hate that one. Bama's Cameron Latu. Miami's Will Mallory. Oregon State's Luke Musgrave. And Oklahoma's Braden Willis. The only name I wish was on that list was Zach Kuntz, ODU. It's the only name I wish was on that list. But he's more of a project guy. He's a little bit injury prone, so I'm not upset. I just wish he was on the list. What'd you guys?
You're an ODU fan, because
Of course I am. I'm gonna be through and through.
Right. Yeah.
A little bit biased. Just a little
I see that. I see that a little bit.
Just a little.
bit. Just a little bit.
I don't know. I like Washington. Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington, yeah.
That dude reminded me so much of Jordan Reed. Like,
Oh.
watch some of his highlights.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Reed, there are highlights where Jordan Reed could sit there and hurdle somebody. Jordan Reed could sit there and dog you on a fade, you know. If we got him, I think he'd be the next Jordan Reed, you know. A healthier version, because Washington has a better track record than 8 concussions first read.
I wouldn't mind it. Solid number 1 tight end.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound bad to pair with Terry and Jahan.
No.
Pretty deadly.
I wouldn't be upset if you got Kraft, Strange, or Latu in like a 4th or 5th, honestly. I mean, this tight end draft class alone is pretty deep. I mean, Strange from Penn State is ranked like 252 in the draft class. He's available at like the 7th round half my mock draft. So you grab him at like a 7th round draft grade, I wouldn't hate it. Wouldn't hate it at all. Running backs, we met with six running backs. Fresno State's Jordan Mims, Northwestern's Evan Hull, Oklahoma's Eric Gray, Tulane Tajay Spears, that's the big name, BYU's Christopher Brooks, and Pittsburgh's Israel, I'm going to botch this name, Abagakanda from Pittsburgh. Sorry if you watch this and I botched the name, I apologize. I think the biggest name on that meeting list was Tajay Spears out of Tulane.
It is.
Yeah, it truly is. And you know, that tells you guys, whoever they choose, it's going to be Gibby's replacement. Most of them are all elusive running backs who can do both catch and run.
Yeah.
He's someone I'm definitely pretty high on. I mean, if Gibby's someone that we would end up trading, or just eventually moving on from, he would probably be his replacement. Also, if we don't get rid of him right away, it'd sort of be like a JD McKissick type replacement, right? That's what I was telling you guys. Not a huge dude, mobile, good footwork, right?
Yeah.
Someone I could see being really good for us. I like him a lot.
Yeah. I was talking with him and Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA with Adam 2 episodes ago, and he was high on Charbonnet and he was high on Tajay Spears. Like you said, the JD McKissick role. If we move on from Gibby, he'll probably be the number 2, just pair up with Robinson. But that's a good one. Offensive line. Here is the big meeting class. So they have met in our meeting and have top 30 visits with 27 offensive linemen.
It's the weakest spot. What do you expect?
That is the weakest spot. That is 34% of all draft prospects that have met with the command. A third of your draft prospects are O-line by themselves.
I like it.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna go down the list just real quick.
Bring back the Hawks.
Yeah, bring them back. All right, so bear with me. Mississippi's Mason Brooks, offensive tackle. Florida State's Dylan Gibbons, guard. UCLA's Antonio Maffei, guard. Clemson's Jordan McFadden, tackle. Top 30 visit Florida's Osiris Torres, offensive guard. Top 30 visit DeJuan Jones, Ohio State. North Dakota State's Cody Mach, offensive guard with no middle teeth. Oklahoma's Wayne Morris, offensive tackle. Oluwatimi, Michigan. Sorry for the botch. John Michael Schmidt, center from Minnesota. Northwestern's Peter Skoronsky, tackle. Sidney Soes, offensive lineman from East Michigan. Tyler Steen, the tackle from Bama. Ricky Stromberg, the center from Arkansas. Joe Tipperman, the center from Wisconsin. Top 30 visit, Darnell Wright, tackle from Tennessee. Troy's guard, Jake Andrews. Steven Avelia, the guard from TCU. Matthew Bergenson, the tackle from Syracuse. I'm almost there, guys. Almost there. Alex Forsyth, the center of Oregon. Anton Harris, the tackle from Oklahoma. Paris Johnson Jr., the tackle from Ohio State. Broderick Jones, the tackle from Georgia. McClendon Curtis, the guard from Tennessee Chattanooga. All right, fine. Ryan Schroboda, the tackle from Virginia. All right. Spencer Anderson from Maryland, the offensive lineman. And Brandon Kipper, O-line from Oregon State. Lots of names.
Some great players right there.
Yeah.
Getting my hopes up, We got to build something. We got to build the Hogs back up. It's been since Trent Williams leaving. We haven't had a good offensive line.
Yeah.
This next year's right here.
It could happen. 3 of those 27 were top 30 visits. Those 3 being Taurus, DeJuan Jones, and Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. Honestly, if I could get 2 centers, a tackle, and a guard, I'd be happy. I'd be real happy.
I don't know about 2 centers. I'd go 1 center, a tackle, a guard, and bounce back between either drafting another guard or tackle.
I say 2 centers only because Rule is going to be cut or traded. You bring in Nick Gates, he plays guard and center, and then you draft one at your 3rd spot.
Do you really think Ron's going to cut Chase?
Probably.
The guy's got no harder balls to cut anybody. He probably has a coach to do that.
Yeah. Not wrong there. What do you think, Andrew?
I would personally go 1 center, 1 guard, 2 tackles. But that is subject to change depending on trades we might make and how many picks we end up having in the draft. We have a ton of picks. Go all out, get a lot of guys. If we don't get any more picks, I'm fine with 1 tackle, 1 guard, 1 center. Yeah. Just depends.
I'd be good with that too. All right. Let's get to the defensive side of the ball. Let's start with cornerbacks. You might have with 13 cornerbacks. I like that number, 13. Riley Moss out of Iowa. Jacorin Bennett out of Maryland. Q Blue Kelly out of Stanford. Mekhi Blackman out of USC. Julius Brents out of Kansas State. Rajon Wright out of Oregon State. Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois. Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. Stephen Jones out of Appalachian State. Caleb Hayes from BYU. Hadrian Smith out of Kentucky. And Terrell Smith out of Minnesota. Smith was a top 30 visit. Go ahead, Justin.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
If we don't get Gonzalez, Witherspoon, or Porter, I'm trading back. Lock it in right now.
I'm all ears for trade back. I highly doubt, because a lot of rumors I've seen for some scouts, because a rumor or 2 gets leaked,
Yep.
I've seen a lot of teams look at the top 3 corners. I've even heard 1 scout that said all the 3 corners will be gone by pick 12.
Like I said earlier today, if we don't get Gonzalez or Witherspoon, Gonzalez, I'd be shocked if he drops to 7 or 16. Witherspoon, I'd be surprised. And there isn't any top tackles there. I'm immediately trading back as well. No questions asked.
You got no other option. I mean, you're not going to sit there and, I like this guy, but I'm going to pick him 15 picks earlier than what he's supposed to go. No, trade back. Get an extra pick or 2.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if we had the ammo to trade up with Atlanta at 8 and saying, okay, it's Gonzalez or nothing. If we traded them 16, a second next year, and Gibson, then I'd be like, okay, kind of a steal, kind of a fleecing, but I like it. And we got Gonzalez there at 8. I'd be like, I'm good for the draft. That's all I need to see. But if all three of them are gone, hey, Buffalo. Hey, Pittsburgh at 32.
Hey,
Kansas-
Texans.
Texans at 33. Kansas City at 31 or at 30 just to stay within that first round. Hey, can we get a second, a fourth, a fifth, and maybe a third next year? Something like that to move up from 30 to 16, 33 to 16.
I love that.
I love it. I wouldn't hate it. Justin?
No, I like what you're saying. I mean, bottom line, if the top 3 cornerbacks are gone, the top 2 tacklers are gone, you're screwed. Just you better trade back. Don't screw this up. Don't pull the Jamin Davis drafted.
Not again.
What it show? 20 picks earlier per the one PFF mock.
Yeah, we took Jamin Davis at what was he 19 in 2021? You want to know who went to Cleveland in the second? JOK.
Do you have to remind us fans that?
Here's the issue. Is in 2018, 2019, 2018, one of those 2 drafts, is he traded back up for Montez Sweat, who also had heart issues. And look at him now. One of our premier defensive players.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Safeties, we only met with 2 safeties. Georgia's Christopher Smith and Northern Iowa's Benny Sapp. Safeties are one of our top issues. Forrest, Curl, I think Percy Butler's in that conversation. You've got Reeves. You've got guys.
Yep.
If safety was a 7th round pick at the back end of the 7th, fine. You bring him in for a camp body, bring him in from competition with those guys. I'm not against it.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm happy taking one later. Eventually, some of these big guys are going to be due for extensions, right?
Yeah.
Camp body, competition, like you said, working your way up. If they seem good, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if we do, it's not a priority and it shouldn't be.
100% agreed.
All righty. So we're on agreement there. All right. Linebackers, one of our bigger needs. We met with 6. So bear me out. DeMarvion Overshown from Texas. He was a top 30 visit. I like that. Ivan Pace Jr. out of Cincinnati. Dehayan Henley out of Washington State. Mohamed Diabate out of Utah. D. Winters out of TCU. And Ventrell Miller out of Florida. I like, personally, all of those grabs. All of those meetings.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
If it's the 3rd round, I'll grab Overshown. If it's the 4th, I'll grab Pace or Winters. If it's the 5th, I'll grab Miller. If it's the 2nd, I'd say, hey, Campbell, Drew Sanders. I know we didn't quite meet, but you're here at 47. You want to come be a commander?
Absolutely. There's
All
some good options here, right?
Yeah.
Ivan Pace, who we have talked about being one of the more underrated, in my opinion. I think he's someone who could be drafted higher, depending on how other teams see him.
Yeah.
Obviously undersized. That's his one sort of what's the word for it? Like this capability. I don't know. But he is a beast. He's shown that he is super good. And I'd like to see him come in and, despite his undersizedness, really show people how good he is. I think he is super awesome.
Yeah.
Agreed. Pace to me is like Roquan Smith 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Film don't lie. I take Pace 4th round, and I take D. Winters at 6th round. His Winters is starting to be in that 5th to 7th round.
Yeah.
For a few sources.
What is interesting because he had a decent combine. Like, he didn't have a real bad combine, if my recollection, remembers right. But if Winters is gone in the 6th, I'll take Ventrell Miller. I'm not against it.
Me too.
This is also a very solid linebacking draft.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones we've seen in a while.
Yeah. They did meet with some D-line and edges, but it's just because they got to do due diligence. So Andrew Farmer, the edge out of Lane College. That's like a deep 3 school. DeAndre Coburn, the D tackle out of Texas. I'm gonna botch his name. Adi Tamiwa, Adi Bawar, the DN of Northwestern. Y'all can roast me in the comments later. Deshaun Johnson out of the D line out of Toledo, MJ Anderson, the D line out of Iowa State. And here's the real interesting one. Andre Carter II, the edge out of Army.
Mhm.
That's real interesting.
He's good.
Projected to go day 1 or 2.
I think he's in the, if he doesn't go between 28 to 31, he falls back middle of the second. Because in the second round, you're going to see tackles, receivers, tight ends, and line go off.
Yeah, here's something. Here's something to think about.
Good.
We got to pay Sweat and Young.
Yeah.
What if Ron and staff sat there and said, "Hey, the Army kid's still on the board. What if we trade Young or Sweat for like a second and something else? That way we don't have to pay."
I'd trade, if I had to
just-
trade one of them, I'd go Chase.
Mm-hmm. Me
I'd
too.
probably trade Chase.
I mean, I love him, right?
I love him.
You
I have his black jersey in my closet. I just don't think coming off of an ACL and MCL injury that reportedly, allegedly to us, he re-aggravated training with Von Miller last offseason. You didn't come back till week 15. And you did diddly squat.
Here's the thing that I'm wondering if this happened.
Yeah.
Obviously, the fact that we met with the dude from Army.
Yeah, Carter.
Yes, thank you. That means that we at least have some level of interest.
Yeah.
What if Ron's sitting here thinking, he's being like, Chase just had 2 awful injuries. He's been out. Right before he got hurt again, right? He was not playing super well. Obviously, that's probably confidence level in his knee.
Yeah.
Wasn't maybe fully back. But he still wasn't doing it. What if this next year comes back fully healthy, supposedly, and just doesn't do squat? Like, what
if Chase comes back next year, is fully healthy, and obviously we wish him nothing but the best. We want him to be healthy. We want him to see him play. I'm not trying to, bring it. We want him to play.
Totally.
But if he comes back next year, fully healthy, knees got, 24 months of just therapy, exercise, the right diet, the right coaches. Because Von Miller is really good to train with, but if you could train with JJ Watt, you're saying you wouldn't build those hand techniques, and you
How
could
about
actually,
Bruce?
okay,
How about Bruce Smith?
or Bruce Smith, or guy, or an Aaron Donald, even though he's a D tackle, he plays also like an edge at times. You're saying, and you come back and you get less than 7 sacks, you're not going to be in consideration. And if you get 7, Montez could easily get 9 or 10. Jay Allen could easily get double digits. Jerron Payne could easily get double digits. You saw this last year. That's why you paid the man. He got 11.5. He had 11.5. Payne, I think, had 10 or 9.5. Sweat had like 8. If Chase can't even make it to his number 2 and on edge at Sweat, I mean, Obata had like 3 or 4 when he was rotated in, and he was rotated in. If Chase comes back and he gets less than 7, 8 sacks, I'm sorry. You're going to be on that block.
Yeah. And Andre Carter could be that replacement. You never know. You got to think
a lot younger.
I would be disappointed. I love him. I wish him nothing but the best. Like you said, I want him to come back and get double-digit sacks and go crazy, right?
Yep.
But you got to think about the what ifs. What if that doesn't happen? Yeah.
Yeah, Justin.
And here's the thing. It's going to come back to haunt us if he doesn't turn out to be what he's supposed to be.
Yep.
We could have had Herbert. We could have had Tua. So it's back to the painful part about being a fan.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You could have had Herbert, Tua. You could have built O-line with Andrew Thomas and Jedrick Wills. You could have traded. I did a mock draft 2 months ago. from I forget the website, where you can go back and redraft like 2019 redrafts. I traded back with Miami from 5, and I got a second, a third, a fifth, and the next year's third to go from 2 to 5 because the quarterback class was so deep. And Herbert fell to 5. They took Tua at 2, and we still got Herbert. Chase went 3 to the Lions, like that would happen.
That's tough to think about.
And
I
it's
mean,
something-
technically, you can say that about any draft, right? I mean,
You
there's going to
absolutely
be guys below 16 this year. You're like, oh, but imagine we traded back and got him. I mean, that's going to be the case for everything.
Yep.
But that's still kind of funny to think about.
is
And
because then you could have both second rounds be, or well, now you would have a second round. You didn't have a second round that year. So it's wild to think about. And we did meet with a kicker. We met with Chad Ryland out of Maryland. He'll be a late day 3 to undrafted guy. We need a kicker. Sorry, Joey Sly, love the beard, but not your leg. Sorry, bud. But yeah, 79 players met and are going to meet with. Like I said, just over a third of it was offensive line. 8 tight ends, 13 corners, 6 linebackers, and 6 running backs to boot. I don't hate it. I think having 27 offensive linemen shows they're taking at least 2 in this draft.
more. 3 plus, I think.
Agreed. 3+.
If they don't get one from me, if they don't get a tackle, guard, and center, they've done something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They've done something wrong.
What haven't they done wrong?
That's also
Any ballers, hold up. We got a few sponsors we need to personally thank for here at Ballin and Burgundy. First, our guy Washington on the Daily Book Instagram and YouTube. Huge sponsor. We want to give our massive thanks out to them. You can follow Washington on the Daily, both on Instagram and on Twitter, WSH on the Daily. Our guy Tony, who's Pro Tech Sports Network. Huge thanks to him. I met up with him at the Commanders Vikings game. Huge thanks to him. Our guy Sanchez at On the Warpath podcast over on YouTube and on Instagram. And then finally, our guy Rio Robinson, Mr. Rambling with Rio himself, our newest sponsor, and a huge thanks to him. Met up with him at the Vikings Commanders game as well. Said thank you to him. Again, huge thanks. Again, all of their Instagrams and YouTubes are going to be down in the description. You guys go follow all of them. And again, one big thank you to Rio, Tony, Sanchez, Washington on the Daily for being sponsors of not only today's video, but Ballin and Burgundy as a podcast. Get back to work.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program.
true. That's why we're here. Round 3, the dessert, if you will, of this episode. We do what we do best. Apparently not a month ago. We didn't do a mock draft quite as well as you guys had hoped for. But it is mock draft time. We are up here at the top. We are on PFF. I didn't want to do a free agency simulator with FanSpeak, even though it's updated as of today. But for whatever reason, Jacoby's not on the roster, which bugged me. So I'm using PFF today. We are doing what Justin, Andrew, and I have done offline. The most realistic, more or less the most realistic draft setting. So you got PFF kind of in the middle for their draft board. Really, really care about draft positions. Really based on need. There's not going to be a whole lot of randomness. Obviously, we are the Commanders at 16. You put our left hands up, like some dumbass motherfuckers at times. But we're going to enter this draft. So, obviously, Killen has the first spot, and we're going to hit draft. I have it on fast because we can kind of see, Gonzalez gone, Witherspoon gone, Porter gone, if that happens. So let's get into this. CJ Stroud, there goes Gonzalez, there goes Witherspoon. All right. We have a possibility. Porter Jr. is still on the board. However, people want to trade up. Do y'all want to grab the third best corner in this draft class is Joey Porter Jr.? Or do you want to say, not for us, we're going to trade back?
I stated my opinion earlier. I'll let you two decide. I think you guys know what I'm leaning towards, but
I if I remember correctly, we're doing 2 mock drafts.
We are doing, yeah, we are.
So
we're-
let's take the best corner right now, and the next mock draft we could trade back
sure.
if you're cool with that. That way we show our fans and our viewers what it looks like.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good with me. Guys, you're getting a double-handed mock draft this episode, a double doink, if you will. Just no Cody Parkey here. So Joey Porter Jr., welcome to the Commanders. So lots of names off the board. I'm just going to recap the end of round 1. So we took Porter there. Steelers go tackle. 2 DNs off the board. Nolan Smith falls to the Seahawks. I like that pick. Safety and corner to respectively to the Chargers and Ravens. I didn't think that would happen. Kincaid to pair with TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh,
That's a tight end room.
deadly.
Addison to the Jaguars. Zay Flowers to the Giants. Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys. That is becoming more and more likely every day. Sorry, Skip Bayless. Not really. Michael Mayer to the Bengals. So Joe Burrow's at a number 1. Josh Downs, the receiver, to the Eagles. And then tackles, 2 edges off the board, 2 corners, Campbell, Sanders, Haley, 3 linebackers in a row. So we could trade back from here. We could go O-line or we could go linebacker. If we went O-line, we could go guard, center. What do you guys think?
I'll let y'all pick. I picked the first pick.
All right.
I
Andrew, I'll let
like
you pick.
Steve and Luke too. Yeah, those are 2 good options here.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to go O-line or do you want to go see what that linebacker has to offer?
Oh, and John Michael Schmitz is here too. Who is at linebacker at this spot?
All right, the linebacker. Trent Simpson, Dorian Williams, and Marvin Overshone. I think Pace and Sewell will be there at 97.
Simpson, John Michael Schmitz, Luke Weichler, or TCU guy. Those are all my top options.
Top options. All right. So the top options would be Whipplier or Steve Aguilera. It's up to you. 41 or 46. So we're in a good spot regardless.
Justin, any input?
I mean, I'd go line. I mean, if you think we already have 2 centers, we have 1 aging guard, 1 decent guard in Cosby, and Charles as a backup. So
Yeah.
I'll let you pick.
Oh, John, no input from you either?
If it were me, I'd go guard. Like Justin said, you have 1 aging and 1 developing. So you bring in someone to kind of, I don't want to say solidify, but you bring in someone as another depth piece and someone who could start.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Avilea from TCU. Welcome to the Commanders. Let's see. So Michael Schmitz goes to the Chicago Bears. And there goes Andre Carter. There goes Tomlinson. There goes that corner, right? They get a corner and a safety. Man, they really love their O-line. All right, I'm going to go linebacker here personally. And the Marvin Overshone is still there. We met with him. We liked him. I like him. I'm
Go with
taking.
me.
So we pick for 118. Jane Reed goes off the board. Ivan Pace goes off the board. All right. Spears is there. You can still go O-line. Well, we don't really need tackle right now. So if I were to go O-line, is the center from Michigan still there? If I were to go to linebacker, Cam Jones, Noah Sewell, or Tajay Spears is right there still.
I'm sorry, boys. It's got to be Spears.
Yeah, I'm with
Give-
Justin.
give-
on this one.
Gibson's on his last legs here. The fumbling problems don't help him at all.
I was
Yeah,
hoping you'd say
Spears,
that.
Spears has to be it.
I don't disagree. Do you want to trade back at all for 120, 121, 122? Don't do anything.
Leave that. I'm leave that up to y'all. I think the next draft we do is going to be tradeful.
Alright.
I'm not trading on this one just because Spears fell. That's a solid pick for me there.
Hey, fair enough. I don't disagree with you. Tajay Spears, welcome to the Commander Spears. I like that ring. I like the ring to that. All right, so 150. So we could go back to linebacker. We could go back to corner. We could go back to tackles. What are you guys thinking? I'll let Andrew kick it off.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm either looking at tackle here. I'd be open to looking at trading back Luke Haggard, ADP 184. That's
Yep.
a little bit of a stretch.
I mean, if we're going to linebackers, we got Miller's at 175. Yeah, we got a bit to look out for. Tackle.
I'm open to trading back here if you guys are both open to that.
Justin.
I mean, I'm open to that. I mean, if you want to, no, go ahead.
Kirkland's not a bad option either, is what I was saying.
Oh, what was it? The offense? Was that
He's
the
the guard, yeah.
was that the guard or is that the center? Oh yeah, Jason Kirkland out of Washington. Well, Chandler Xavier is still there. He's actually 142.
I don't know enough about him, but
I mean, we could trade back a little bit. 152, 53, 55, 56, 57, 58. How far do you guys want to trade back? You want to trade back 5, 10, 3? How far do you want to go to range?
Andrew, it's your pick, bud.
let's say we go back 5. Let's go to
You said be Baltimore and the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't care too much. Let's go. Yeah, sure.
Minnesota. I mean, 57 and 199 for 50 wouldn't even happen. What about the Giants? What do they have? 160, 240.
We could go back more than 5 too and get a little bit more if you want.
Yeah, let's see what the Bengals are rocking with. Saints. Texans. What are you guys offering? 188, 203, 259. 230.
I don't mind that.
Got thrown 2 and 1? No. Got thrown 2 and 9. No. So we get 188, 203, and 230 for our 150.
Seems like a fair deal.
Sounds good to me.
Do it.
Moving back from 50. Oh, wait. 161. That's better.
70% chance.
I was like, because that'd be from 50 to 188. I'm like, wait a minute, that seemed too good.
Yeah.
So we would get 230 and 259. So we get back end picks.
It's not bad.
Still fair.
No, they don't want it. They don't want the smoke.
Well,
Colts, 62. 221 and the 7th next year.
Sure.
It's running. It's run your pockets. They took it. There we go. So we got stuff on the board. All right, so names went off. So we can go back to guard and tackle. Up to you, Andy. It's still your pick.
Is Luke Haggard the top tackle here?
He is the top tackle.
And it's a little bit of a stretch, but we do need one. When's our next pick at?
193. So you could also go like Shrugs or Kirkland here at center guard. We got a guard.
I don't know much about Chandler Zavala. Do you like him?
I've heard good things. If I was this far back, I might go Kirkland as a little bit more of a surefire.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that what you
let's go
want, or
Kirkland.
you want that, or do you want to go Haggard at tackle?
Oh. I mean, I don't like stretching very far,
Yeah.
but if we fall back to 190, whatever you said,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably gonna be gone.
True. I mean, the best linebacker on the board is Miller, so it's not as much of a stretch.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Any input?
I think Miller's gonna go faster than a tackle would. That's just me.
Okay.
Justin?
I mean, at this point, you're not really reaching for the guy. I mean, it's the later round. It's mainly as a real NFL scouts, you sit there and pick whoever's on your board, whether it's by talent or need. And in this case, if you think you need a left tackle more than you want a more talented player who's ready, go ahead and hit tackle. You know, it just all depends what you feel.
I'm taking tackle over doubling up on linebacker this
Sounds good to
early.
me. Luke Haggard of Indiana, welcome to the Commanders. So let's see where things fall.
Good pick.
Brent Cox, do Shrugs. A sneaky good DM that keeps going up on boards. Jacob Slade out of Michigan State. He's sliding up some boards sneakily. So it is us again. So Miller is still there.
Mhm.
I'd probably take a linebacker here because I don't like any of the remaining corners. And now we're not reaching as much. He's projected at 175. We're sitting here at 193. What do you
Yeah,
guys
I'm not too worried about doubling on corner right now because we got a corner at 16. So
Yep.
Where's Will Mallory projected at?
Will Mallory is
I feel-
193 and 218. We don't pick it till 215. But we met with Mallory, Latu, and Strange and Willis. So we met with a variety of guys.
Right. Josh Weidl's best available. We didn't meet with him though, did we?
Nope.
Okay. Hmm.
To me, I feel like building up on linebacker here because we grabbed who did we grab? Did we already grab a linebacker?
Yeah, we got the guy from Texas.
Yeah,
right.
over Sean.
Thank you. So Miller's here, he'll go fast, and Winters is also there, but I feel like he'll go before Miller will. What do you think?
I'm good with Winters, Miller, either of those guys if you want to.
Okay. Justin,
Linebacker's fine. Go ahead and pick what you want.
you want Ventrell Miller?
Nice.
Let's see, because Wiley just went, Latu just went, Miller just went. All right. Here at 215. Justin's turn.
Go ahead and get the tight end from Miami.
I like it.
Mallory.
Going from Miami to the DC area. All right. At 221. We got stuff to think about. There's Strange on the board, but he's at 251. You can get him at 233 if you're lucky. There's still some offensive line mixing on the board. There's still running backs mixing on the board. There's still receivers mixing with the board. What are you guys thinking here at round 7?
We have a guard, tackle, and center right now, right?
I do believe so. Let me go back and look. Tight end.
I
Linebacker.
think we have a guard, tackle, and that's it. Do we get a center?
So we got a guard. We got Haggard as a tackle. So we are just missing a center.
Okay. Who's there for center right now?
Alex Force, the Oregon guy, but he's not projected until 272. But I feel like he might get picked earlier because he's also at 240 ADP. Justin?
It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me. It's whatever you guys feel is best. If this was your draft and, you know, you felt a player is better or in need, go ahead and take them. I mean, it's
When
up to you guys.
Would you click on the best available center? I don't know about him.
Best available center is Forsyth.
Who's the guy above him though? Is that not a
Uh,
center?
That's a guard.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's the best center available.
Yep.
You want to take him? It's the 7th round.
I'm taking him.
Alrighty,
I don't want to not get a center. Yeah.
fair enough. Alrighty, 233, our last pick. We could go with quarterback. We could go with what do we got running back? We could go
This is
receiver.
all you, John.
I could get really weird and go kicker, but I don't feel like getting kicker because half these guys will fall out. I'm gonna go receiver. Do I go receiver? Do I go corner? No. I might need those corners. You know what? Fuck it. We're going receiver out of Liberty to Mario Douglas. Bringing some depth to the kick and punt return section. Why not? Brent Strange went to the Giants. Lovely. All right, so this is the first of 2. Oh, I see a lot of A's already.
Wow.
All righty, so A
Good
minus on
draft.
A on Steve, A on Overshown, A on Spears, A on Ventrell Miller. I like that. We got a B minus on the trades. We got a 5th, 7th, and a 7th next year. We got a B on Mallory. Good choice on that one. A B on the center. Good on that one. C plus on Davis. That on Demario Douglas. That's on me. And a D on Haggard just because his position. But other than that, that's a solid draft.
Yeah, make sure you save that.
I'm
It's a good one.
saving that. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A's, and A minus was our grade.
That's a great one.
Well done.
I think this would be a very productive draft class.
That would be very productive. You have a starting corner, starting guard, starting linebacker, halfback number 2, depth tackle, competition linebacker, competition tight end, center number 3. Could use him on special teams.
Miller, Mallory, and Douglas definitely special teamers to start out with.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, I mean, Miller would compete with Mayo and who's the other one?
For sure.
Eifler.
Effler, yeah, he'd compete with them at 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
we made one trade back, and we got our center with a B minus. So I really like that.
It's a
But
good
now
pick.
I have since downloaded that one. I can also go back and use the recording. Is now it's time to get real spicy with our drafts. So let's get into this draft. This is where we're gonna trade back. Let's put all left hands up. We're trading back. Justin, I can see your left hand through your helmet. You are putting your left hand up and saying you're trading back.
Oh, 100%. You know who I'm trading with, right?
I do believe so. Although Porter's still on the board. No, it is the Houston Texans.
Nope. Yes. Go ahead and show them the trade there.
All right, guys. So all 3 of us came into this over the past 2 hours before we started recording, and you guys will see this hopefully on Friday. Is 16, 33, 65, 73, a 4th round next year. Could I get any of these grabs? I'm gonna try 230. I think I got 230 in the other one.
Before you go any further, you know why 33 guys? Because
Why?
Miami don't have a pick. So there's only 31 first round picks this
That is
year.
true. That is true. Stephen Ross, they were tampering with Brady. They were tampering with him the way Giselle tampers with their personal trainer, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, get a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, a 7th, and a 4th next year to move up from 33 to 16.
I like
Could
it.
we get a better haul if we went Carolina? Sure, but fuck them Panthers. Anyways, let's offer this trade. It's probably that 4th. There we go. I like to see if I can see. So, like I said, we get a 4th next year. We move all the way back to 33, but we get an additional 2nd, and a third to boot. Probably in real life you could get more with it, but PFF, we have things set. They went Nolan Smith. They went edge. I don't hate that. So here we are at 33. Torres is still on the board at guard. He's a top 30 visit. We need guard. Because DeJuan Jones went ahead of him. So what do y'all think?
I can see guard.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm either going him or Forbes, but I like Torrance.
Justin?
Torrance he only allowed, 2 sacks ever?
I don't think he let up any sacks in college. If he did, he only made it maybe 1 or 2. He didn't let up any sacks the 3 years he was at Florida.
I'd take him. I mean, guards aren't too valuable nowadays.
They're
not.
not.
Guards are, good, but you get like a Ben Garland and all them,
Yeah.
plug and play guards.
Yeah, you can. But when is a guard, you can see him come out of college with no sacks let up in the 3 years he's at college.
Quentin Nelson.
But that was how long ago? 2017, 2018?
Yeah, roughly.
Torrance is. And we still keep 47. So we could go cornerback or we could go linebacker.
I wouldn't take linebacker till round 3 or 4. There's linebacker core is too stacked.
Yeah.
I don't. Can I make a mention real quick?
Go ahead.
Can we trade back real quick?
Trade back?
Just a little. Hold on. Go the Bears.
Bears. So 50.
Go 53 and 61.
Nope, you won't get that.
No, 53, 64.
Nope.
And go to our side real quick. If it'll let you.
There's no way.
Oh, there it is. No, go 150 and 215 for RN.
150, 215.
Yeah, 64. No?
Not even close.
How about 97? 97. 47. And add like
I go 103 and 218. That's a surefire 80%.
Hey, John, you didn't click. Click on RN 97. Undo the 218 and 103. Click 64. And then go to our side and do 150 and 215. It didn't click all the way.
69%.
Ooh. Go ahead and give it a try.
Oh, Interesting. All right.
I'm down for Darnell Washington.
You want Darnell?
If you can't tell. Yes.
Darnell Washington.
I get it's a little a little stretch, but go ahead.
That's good.
I get it's a little stretch, but you're going to tell me that athletic freak is going to be a top tight end in the next 3 years?
No, you're right. So we have back-to-back grabs. So did Tomlinson go? No, he did not. Do we want to grab Tomlinson here?
Y'all's call.
Grab him and trade back from 65? What are you thinking? Or do you want to go linebacker?
Who's that linebacker? Yeah, well,
No, there's not many linebackers. Dorian Williams and Overshown, but you grab him at 73.
I'm liking cornerback, and then what do we think about Andre Carter? Thoughts?
Edge rusher. Andre Carter. He had 15 sacks in 2021. What in well, then he tapered back off at the 4. But Jesus Christ.
4 is big.
To me, he was just too inconsistent at times.
Yeah,
Okay.
1-15-4.
Like if he was in there third like a 3-day, like third round, I'd take him, but two might be a little too high. Just that's what scouts are dissing him recently.
Yeah.
It's just the inconsistency. I mean, he is an athletic freak.
Yep. Do you want to go
I'm
Tomlinson?
Yeah, Hodges. Yeah.
All right, so we have the back-to-back. I would trade back here, get some more picks. And I might trade back. What is New England offering?
Hey, John, your favorite quarterback's still on the board. If you
Favorite
trade back still.
Hendon Hooker's still on the board.
Yeah.
Okay,
You trade back a little. I'm pretty sure you can get him.
I'm gonna call a lock right here. Hendon Hooker will be a first-round pick. I'm putting this in right now. I'm
I
putting that
highly
in.
doubt it. I think he'd be
Say
like a
that.
day 2.
You say that. New Orleans is right there at 27. They need a QB for the future. Just a thought. Just a put it in there. They need a QB bad. Negative 117. I'm seeing who has good draft picks. 16. We can get that whole haul right there.
I like that. That's good.
Dustin.
I'm down. It just seems really unrealistic at times for all that.
It can be a little bit, but they're going from 78 to 65, and they're not giving up. I mean, they're giving up 4 sevens. Can I take away these and get that 6? That's a 73. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, I'm down.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot the shot. Oh, we're coming in hot. All right, we got 6 and 2 sevens. Did I see that right? They went Tanner McGee quarterback. Wow. All right. Is our running back still there? Tajay Spears is still there. I mean, we could get him at 78. But
Wait, yeah.
do you go Carter here or do you go back to O-line? Justin, your food for thought?
I mean, honestly, scroll down a little. Scroll down to like the O tackles, guard.
Ooh, Jalen Duncan. I like him.
I'm gonna on the board.
Duncan's there. What picks do we have?
73, 78, 116, 118.
You can go Duncan if you want. I mean, he'd be a year developmental player, but
Yeah.
he does have a lot of potential.
He does. Andrew, you against that?
I'm all for Duncan. I like him.
Let's go Duncan. Not Hendon Hooker went to the Falcons. And Andre Carter went to the Patriots.
You missed out on your boy.
Oh well. Hey. If not for the ACL, he'd be a guaranteed first round pick. I think we all
Agreed. Yep.
All right. So here we could go halfback and reach a little bit for Tajay. We could go back. We could go linebacker here. We got Pace and Williams and Overshown.
78 would be a reach for any of those players.
Would be a reach. So we could trade back again if we wanted to. There's people willing to trade up.
It's up to you. I'm just saying I think that'd be too much of a reach.
What are you thinking?
What do Ravens got?
The Ravens have got action. A 624 and a future 7th is the best they got.
I'm cool with that. Could take Spears there, hopefully.
Yeah.
Then,
Justin?
Great. Ivan Pace Jr. falls to our 116.
I mean, I could see that, but we'd see if there's any other teams that have like an earlier 4th.
125, 197, 153.
A little further.
90, 131. No, who? Okay, who has something before 150? Colts, the Cardinals. I just want to trade back a little bit. I don't want to trade back too far.
Go to there you go, Panthers.
No, that's fine.
93 and 114.
Yeah.
And we get a 6 next year.
I'm down. I mean, I just don't want to like overkill draft somebody, I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
it to be right around that 10 to 15 spot, not like 25 plus.
yeah. So we could get the 93, 114, a 6, and a 7 next year.
Nice. We'll
You-
hope Spears and Pace get down to 93 and 114.
You go with that, Justin?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty. Let's offer the trade. That went through. Okay. There goes Williams. There goes Dorian Williams. Alrighty. So we got Spears is still there at 98. So 93 is not a reach. Not that far of a reach. And Overshown is still there. What do we think? Halfback or linebacker?
Where's Overshown projected at?
99.
Okay.
90 ADP. So he's right in our range.
I don't know if we can get him and Spears.
That is true.
Have we gotten linebacker yet?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Guard.
Wait. John, can you trade players in this?
I think you can. Yeah,
Who's near us? Who's near us?
you can trade a player. San
All right,
Francisco.
Ooh, Cardinals. There you go. Offer Cardinals Gibby. I'm just curious. I wouldn't go 2 pick. I'd just go 1 because Gibson needs paid. Ooh, there you go.
You get that and a back end pick.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. You can get Spears and get whatever linebacker you
Spears
want.
to replace Gibby. Yeah.
Yep.
And we can also get linebacker. Yeah.
Work smarter than harder, boys.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we
Good thinking,
go.
Justin.
Alrighty. Do you want to go Spears here? Or do you want to go Overshown here?
Whoever's projected higher. I don't care.
Not by much. 98, 99.
Let's go Overshown.
Overshown here. And Spears right there.
Wonderful.
Look at that. All right, I think here we go back to O-line.
Me too.
Pace is still on. Hold on. Pace is still on the board. I highly doubt you're going to double linebacker this early.
Pace is still there, but so is Sewell, Toa, and Miller.
Yeah.
So to me, I go back to O-line. You want to get as many as you can earlier for good. Voorhees, I like as a talent. He just broke his ACL though.
Yeah, I don't think PFF has updated his projections for that. So
No. If he's there around 7, I'd take him, but I wouldn't.
Well, to be fair, with medical medicine now, an ACL injury isn't the career killer it used to be 5 years ago.
Yeah, I
True.
wouldn't take him this high though.
No. Here's the thing. We have 3 picks within the next. We have 14, 16, 18.
Mm-hmm.
We've got ammo if we want to trade back.
Yeah.
Honestly, boys, go to center real quick. Oh, no, never mind. You want my honest take? What's cornerback look like?
What is
Over here?
the cornerback of state? Blue, Martin, Clark.
None of them really stick out at all. My honest take, I'd say F
We
it.
could go receiver here.
I-
No, that's a reach. My bad.
You know what? I'd say F it. I'd take Pace and whatever next pick I trade back because that's more fuel to our draft picks for O-line. And at this point, as my lovely wannabe scout in me says, take best available and trade back a little
I like it.
with your next pick.
I'm all for it. Andrew,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's do it. Ivan Pace. Trade this back. You redshirted Baltimore. Where's Cleveland at?
Hey, I wouldn't go. Hold on. I wouldn't go 126 because all the other linemen are projected like 150s, 160s. I'd go to Cleveland, John. I'd go 140, 142 because that's where the linemen are starting to be projected.
We could go 40, 90, and 229. You just won't get 40 and 42.
No, I'm good with 90 and 29 too. You're good.
Andrew?
Yeah, let's do it.
They want safety, so we still have 118.
Ooh. Who we got at O line right here?
I'm in the same guys.
Haggard,
It-
yeah.
It's too much of a reach for 115 or
I'd
wherever
agree.
we're at.
It's too much.
At this point, you can trade back or go what's best available, boys.
We go to Buffalo at 130. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's up to you. How many picks do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We have a lot.
We got a
late
lot.
round.
We got a lot of picks right now. I think we can probably go best available for
We
Shits
also
and
build
Eagles
up for next year if we want.
if we wanted to. I mean, it's entirely up to y'all. I'm just curious who's on the board left.
Yep.
D end, edge, safety, receiver, D ends. Okay, grab Coonsey, double up a tight end.
I wouldn't. I honestly, guys, I'd make a gamble on a cornerback. We got a lot of picks right now.
All right,
I
so
don't know.
blue, go Clark, Blackman. What is blue?
Yeah, hold on, say click on him.
96 passer. Ooh.
No, next.
Yeah, I'm passing on him.
You know. Well, Martin or
I'm
Clark.
80, 84. So he's somewhat consistent. This 80 range.
Mhm.
Still not the greatest.
No.
3 touchdowns, but the 3 and 3, so it's not the worst I've seen.
I mean, we could pick a developmental corner right here.
Nope, not him. I saw 103. Blackman. Here we go. 46, 185, 68.
He had a good season.
I like that. He let up 1 touchdown at 3 picks.
Yeah.
When's he
I like
projected to go?
He's projected, I think, 150s.
That is a stretch.
It's a stretch, but
But it's worth it at times. I mean, you have to bank. I mean, certain guys fall for a reason. Certain guys get drafted earlier for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
He'd be a good developmental corner.
Let's do it.
let's do it. Kai Blackman. There goes Voorhees, Coons. Coons went to the
Here-
Giants.
Nice. Here's where all your O line gets taken by us.
We have what, a guard, and we get center. We get only 1 lineman so far. Then we only got 1 lineman.
In what position do we have for a line right now?
We grab Taurus at the front end,
Is that
tight
it?
end, corner. Oh, we got a tackle and we got a guard.
Okay.
So we need a center.
We could take Juice.
Shrug. So 63 to 40 isn't as bad as what he could have been.
It's true.
Justin,
Well, I'm down.
Penn State. Hey, Shrugs and Jahan getting back in the groove.
We are Penn State, as they say.
Penn State. All right. Do we want to go here at receiver and see what they have, just to pick the brains?
Well, I'm cool.
Wicks, Bell. What did Wicks look like? I'm curious. 2,
That's a pass from me.
6'1", meh. I'm good.
What's Ronnie Bell got?
Bell's been better. 4'11", 77, 6 foot even. There's guys on the board here that are a little bit better. I think we could wait on a receiver if we had to.
Got
I was just curious. What's safety? What's safety looking like? Dell Johnson. 76-3. Not a bad overall safety.
Oh, no. He looks decent.
What do we think?
I'm down if you're down.
Andrew?
how many tight ends do we have?
Juan.
Couldn't see who's here.
one tight end, but you got to remember we have Thomas.
We still have
On
4 left over
roster.
on the roster besides Thomas. So that makes 5. Washington would make 6.
Yeah, we're full.
You don't
Our
need
full
them.
capacity. I mean, we could go back to O-line and just double up here.
Kirkland isn't bad. Haggard isn't bad. I don't know much about Antonio.
No. What do you think, Justin? Do you want to go just double up? You know,
Yeah, I'm cool.
you want to go Kirkland? We're going to go back to tackle.
Hmm.
To me, it don't matter at all. I
Andrew?
don't have a preference.
Yeah.
I mean, best available would be Kirkland.
I'm gonna take Kirkland here.
Take Kirkland here. We pick at 190. Brian Cox. Already got corners. I mean, we can take a receiver here and just be fine with it.
True.
We want to do that? Let's go Ronnie Bell.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, he's a decent guy.
Ronnie Bell. We pick here. We could go quarterback. I wouldn't go with this. No, they're projected fairly low. Edge. The end. Just for depth. Guy out of TCU or Maryland for edge.
I'm down for an edge. It don't matter who.
Me neither.
I can go with
Let's do
Maryland.
the Maryland.
I haven't done a lot of homework on edge rushers because I don't
Yeah.
think we were too interested in a lot of them.
Nope. Here I'd still go tackle again. Just then we just have. We could double up on the Florida boys and have that O line be Florida.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
You against that, Andrew?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go all tackle. All right, I think here we go quarterback just for the depth,
Sure.
and it'd be Malik Cunningham.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we have 232 and 233.
One of these two, we could probably go kicker if we want. Yep.
Moody.
Go to the Maryland boy. Be realistic. The Maryland boy was somebody we actually looked at,
Talk to.
have talked to.
All right, so we could go 3 linebackers. I wouldn't. You could go 3 linebackers.
Bye Mayo. Bye Eifler.
You could go 2 halfbacks. You could go 2 receivers, 2 tight ends.
You go safety.
I don't think we grabbed a safety, did we?
No,
we did not.
you looked at the
Right
one
now.
guy.
Brandon Hill. It's 5'10". I mean, these are project guys.
Yeah.
What's Boise State looking like? Not all that much better. Up to you guys. Do you want to go safety or do you want to go to a better position?
It don't matter.
How many cornerbacks have we gotten so far?
You have 1 or 2.
One, I think, because we got the guy from round 4.
I don't remember.
Hi,
doing the second
Blackman.
one.
Oh no, we got 2. Tomlinson and Blackman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
2 linebackers, 2 tackles, 2 guards, and a center, I think.
I'm down for safety if you want.
It's fine by me. And we got the kid out of Pittsburgh.
Let's do it.
Just for it. Tyler Bass. Josh Wheaton. Strange. Alrighty, let's see what the big
Hold your breath.
This was a pretty intense draft.
alrighty. So,
Minus.
so A there,
Minus.
A on the trade. Lots of C. So C on Washington, C on this trade, D. Anywhere you take Tomlinson before the 4th is gonna get a D, so I'm not too upset about that. Duncan a C, B, C on Spears, interesting, but A on Ivan Pace. There we go.
Yep.
D on Mekhi Blackman, D on Shrugs, whatever. A on Kirkland, I like that one, Andrew. That was a good pickup. C on the edge, D plus on tackle. That's on me. A on Malik Cunningham, C and C. So we got a B plus. So not overall, still not a bad package.
No, to me, Like, I mean, to me, the trade back helped us as a football team tremendously because that one player isn't going to change your roster. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have a lot more potential. Potentially one guy who's, later on guy ends up being a star. It's possible.
I mean, look at Cam Curley. He was a 7th rounder, and he's our starting safety.
Yep.
He's top 10 per PFF.
Yeah.
And a top 10 level.
So we got 16 draft picks here. So we also have a future 4th, a future 6th and 7th. So we got 3 extra draft picks next year.
Nice.
But overall, you get a guard, a tackle, a center, a guard, a tackle. So 5-0 line. Tight end, you get 2 corners, 2 linebackers, your halfback, a receiver, kicker, and a QB.
Nice.
Overall, good draft. First
Yeah.
round wasn't this one wasn't too much. Bryce, these gonna be interchangeable here. Levis is, I don't think that'll happen. Gonzalez, I think Gonzalez at 6 is the most surefire pick right there.
Yep.
I think that's almost a guarantee. Smith, that's us. Porter to the Steelers, if that happens, I think is also another guarantee pick.
Yep.
You fair, dad with son.
I'd say Will Anderson to the Cardinals is also nearly guaranteed.
Yeah, I think Carter to 5 is almost perfect.
Yeah.
But that will wrap things up, guys. We have been on here for quite a minute, but you enjoy every second. So you guys got 2 mock drafts. You heard what we had to say about Ron's free agency butterfingers. You heard what would you say about the cap space hit, and that just about does it. Anything else we want to talk about, guys?
Nothing other than winter's over and Ron needs to wake up from his hibernation.
Yeah.
I think we missed new ownership.
We did miss new ownership. We can talk about that now, or we could save that for next week when new details come.
We can save it for next week. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah. So, guys, you've already got a little preview of next episode as everything about new ownership, whether it's possible new owner bid, it could be people joining, it could be someone toured, because new details come out every 2 days. So by the time I could upload this, new details could come out. So you never know. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. But don't forget to hit like and subscribe on this video and the podcast. Hit the post notification bell to listen every time we post. We follow all 3 of us in the podcast over on Instagram. Our links are down in the bio. Don't forget go watch our TikToks at Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Yes, we do TikToks. Yes, they're a little bit of cringe, but I enjoy them. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, we appreciate you watching like always.
Absolutely.
Drop a like and follow. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mass, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share, the whole 9. Might start selling those out. I don't know. And that, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us. Just stay tuned with us, support everyone, and stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.